Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy shinobi journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Naruto, I don't even know where to begin. This has been like one of the longest arcs of my life. Even though definitely treating exams was way longer, but like there's just so much that has happened. I feel like I've lived an entire other life. But I'm gonna try. So Naruto went to the Froggy Village to train to learn how to do sage stuff. While he was there, the pains attacked the village. And then Naruto came back to the village, faced and defeated like all the fake pains, is now face to face with the real pain, and he wants to hear their story before he gives him a proper answer. In the middle of all that, Naruto finally knows that his dad is the fourth Hokage. Finally. They had a chat. He almost lost control. His dad talked to him about controlling it, which reminds me of the other things that were happening before all this, the whole Sasuke Itachi thing, and that Sasuke thought he had captured that other dude, the bee dude, but he didn't. It was just a tentacle. So like, where's that guy? How is that village gonna react? I'm sure we'll get back to that. I hope we get back to that. That would be great. We also, like, in the middle of all this as well, have Danzo trying to make a power play and show that the Hokage, that Tsunade, is unfit to lead the village and that he wants to take over. But I really just feel like after all this, people are not going to see it that way. I know that's not how, like, power and political power and all that junk works, but, like, I feel like he's got to have the people behind him a little bit. And I just don't feel like they're going to be. But that's just me. And then, you know, all the sad stuff. Jiraiya dying, Kakashi dying, Tsunade unconfirmed. She just turned really old and brittle because she like used all her power. I really hope that doesn't mean that she's dead. That would be really sad. I can't go from there. Then Shizune is also dead, and then all the countless other people, not just like ninjas, but also like village people, not the band, but the innocent people of the village that have like lost their lives to this accident because pain has just flattened the entire village. And so even whenever this arc does come to an end, I just have so many curiosities about them rebuilding the village and how they're going to, like, how other nations and other ninja villages are going to react, because, you know, we know that they are friends with the sand, but like, are they going to help? Is other people going to attack them? Or, you know, are they going to like maybe team up to face the Akatsuki problem, because they're not just trying to destroy the leaf, they're just trying to destroy everything. So like, anyway, let's get into this episode. This is actually, we'll see how this goes. This is going to be the only episode I watched today, and so I'm sure it'll end on a cliffhanger, and I'll be sad because, to be honest, I don't have high hopes that they're going to finish their story in one episode, because that's not how this works. But I'll give a little bit of hope.
Good, you're
awake.
Great Lord.
I wonder if those episodes were actually important, or we are just skipping and it's gonna go back. He's gonna ask what happened and then we're gonna know.
Even though you're still ailing.
This actually helps me heal faster. But tell me, what of the boy?
Naruto's presently speaking with the real pain.
Okay, cool.
With pain?
Great.
The two children of prophet.
Oh, he could see them. What? Fine. Cool. Love that for them. Love that. I think it's Gamabunta. Glad that he's doing okay.
Besides, I doubt I could take him down too easily. After all, he did crush the 6 pains and make it here all by himself. 2 moments define my greatest pain. The first of these was the death of my parents.
Makes a lot of sense. Is the second one the other kid? But also, I appreciate that he can identify it as two specific moments. Because, we do know it's moments that really do define people. Like, they're just a couple moments that will do that.
Who's there? Damn, enemies!
They're
Run now,
really
get out
not.
of here!
This is their house. Yo! I know that these are like just some random ninja, but like they definitely had similar voices to the other people.
Run, Nagato! Run and don't look back! Hurry!
I hate that so many of these children have to see their parents die or grow up without parents because of things.
He's just a kid. Oh no. These people weren't shinobi.
What do we do? How did this happen? How could we mistake them for the enemy?
That's really just sad.
I'm so sorry, kid.
And he's gonna lose it. So then that time with Dry wasn't the first time something like that happened. How interesting.
What happened here? Father? Mother? Oh no.
It's this like screaming that sounds like screeching at the same time that gets me. I hate it so much. Ah!
That pain transformed into hate, but it also brought my powers into bloom. It was only much later that I realized that I was the one who killed those two-leaf ninja.
But I do have to wonder about him specifically, like how exactly, like we know that he's controlling them with the chakra, like the pain bodies, but like what exactly do the eyes do? You know? I know it'll probably answer it, but I still question everything.
Thank you. If you hadn't just woken me up, I'd probably be dead.
That's true. You can drown in like, what is it? Like 3 inches of water or something like that? Maybe it was only I can't remember.
We barely have enough for ourselves right now. I'm very sorry. Try somewhere else.
But this was my last stop.
I'm so sad. This is really depressing.
I can't go any farther. Am I going to die here?
Oh, it's her. I don't know why I thought she was gonna meet the other kid first.
But eat slowly.
I want to know, where did she get the bread from?
Who are these two anyway?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Understanding.
I'm not just gonna hand out fish for free. Go on, scram.
One of these.
Hey, you, watch your tongue,
Gambits.
you rotten brat.
Interesting enough.
Hey, you! Come back here, you mutt! Stop! That's just great. Hey, drop that! You kids.
Okay, now they have more help, fine. But like before, when it was just the two of them, how did they manage to carry all that stuff, like the crates and stuff?
Impudent kids. And next time, you're not going to get off so easily.
Other question. these are tough times, right? And they're in a war zone, right? But like, how do they still have like markets and stuff that still have food if times are hard? I know that that times can always be hard and there's always gonna be stuff even if there isn't stuff, but like I guess when I think of like a war-torn nation, I don't think that there would be towns and markets still standing, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just naive of me. I've never been in a war zone, so like I don't know what it's like,
Big dreams to make come true.
but
World domination.
oh, is that where it came from?
What? Seriously?
You better believe it. Once I rule the world, we'll never have to go through this kind of suffering again.
So he kind of inherited it from him. Got it, got it.
If I die like this without trying to reach my goals, then my mom and dad's souls won't ever rest in peace. Ain't that right, Conan? If we rule the world, then we can do whatever we want to do.
You know, you're right. It'd be just like we were all gods. Think we could get rid
Starting to see the inkling. Oh, that's not cool. That's unfortunate. I really hope they weren't specifically targeted. Or is this just they happen to be walking through a battle zone?
Now. Battling shinobi right on.
Oh, this is where they met them. Got it, got it.
The three who would become known as the legendary Sanin of the Leaf. Their opponent was Hanzo, leader of the Hidden Rain. The battle was extremely intense, and
Chibi!
Oh, not the dog. That would make sense. Dogs always die and stuff, but I really, really hate that.
These guys must be incredibly powerful.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. He has trauma. He has trauma. He doesn't trust them.
Hanzo. He's made the entire Hidden Rain village into a war zone.
So maybe he's shifting his thoughts from blaming other nations to blaming their own leader.
Anyway, take care.
We're sorry.
What the?
Interesting.
however, we soon discovered that pursuing the Leaf's Sanin was far from simple and was very dangerous. Following ninja meant going deep into the battle zone.
Okay, you know what? That makes so much sense. I'm so dumb. That would make sense that there are places where battle happens and places where people live.
Hey, look! How cool am I? We're gonna become strong, I know it!
Right.
This is interesting though, but this is really interesting. Like, I didn't think that they went to this extent to find them. I thought they just came across them, and that's really cool. And also the fact that they chose them specifically to teach them or whatever.
We're in danger.
Or right in the middle. Interesting.
Fate had led us right to them. The Leaf's Sanin. We finally found him. Jiraiya-sensei.
Interesting. That's gonna be the end? Yeah. That's fine. Okay, cool, great. Yeah, totally called it wasn't just gonna be one episode. I feel like it's just gonna be the next 2 episodes. I don't know. Just the way the numbers line up with the filler, that's my best guess. But yeah, this was cool, interesting. I just thought they did in a way just kind of happen across them, but I thought that they really truly happened across them, not that they were like actively chasing them. And it makes me really sad that, like, even though it was a mistake on the Leafs' part, it was also awful, and you shouldn't just attack people without asking questions. I understand that like in a war zone that you can't always just take people's word because they could just be pretending. There are multiple facets. I get both sides, but that's just really sad. And you know, I'm curious going forward into his like backstory, how he felt about Jiraiya specifically and how maybe he was just very different from the other ninja that he had encountered. And if that maybe necessarily changed his mind. Again, I wonder about the whole Hanzo thing because it's becoming more and more apparent, even though Nagato said that the other kid's dream became his dream. Like a lot of the words that he's saying is stuff that he has embodied and kept in mind. Obviously, there's a lot of things that we have seen about, you know, when he was explaining his world domination plan, when he is describing himself as a god, like all of these things have been happening and now we see them like coming to fruition in this backstory and how he kind of got there. So very fascinating stuff. Really glad that they're explaining it. I'm also reminded, not anything to do with this episode, but they really do lay out so many breadcrumbs for you. In fact, I was just thinking about this, not to do with this episode, but I was editing some of the episodes that I watched like 30 episodes ago because I'm trying to get ahead. And I was editing those. I was editing the one before Jiraiya faced the 6 pains, and he was talking to the scroll frog about like all these different things, and I'm reminded that he talked about splitting it into yin and yang, and I was like, oh, that definitely has to do with the half and half thing, which I'm sure will come up in the comments or whatever, but I completely forgot about it by the time we got there. Again, so many things have happened in this arc. It is a lot, and I appreciate it. I appreciate how everything is intertwining and becoming one, and I understand in a way the childlike dream of wanting to rule the world so you could do whatever you want because, you know, you're a child in a war-torn area and you've faced a lot of hardships and you feel like you can't do anything. You feel powerless against it all, and it makes a lot of sense that you want to take back that power. I just, again, I do understand it, but I just think they're going about it the wrong way. And that's not going to change anything. That's not going to change their minds. I mean, maybe because maybe Naruto is just one of those protagonists that have that effect on people, but like, he's been through a lot and we haven't even got through this second trauma that has defined him, which I'm pretty sure is whenever the other kid dies. And I'm curious to see when we get there. I don't know if it's going to be the next episode or the episode after that, but clearly. And I'm curious if in this flashback, if we're going to talk about how he met Madara Uchiha and if something's going to click for Naruto about the person that can like control the Nine Tails and whatever, or that summon the Nine Tails, however that works. Don't know. Curious about it. Can't wait to find out. Not today though. We're going to end for today and just say thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy, intense shinobi journey. And until next time, bye!